I'm very lucky where I live. I live in southeast London, and I mean, you know, it's a pretty chill place. I love it. I think traditionally when comedians are from there, they're horrible about it, you know. But I think it's an amazing place to live for lots of reasons. One of them is, and the main one really is, it's like a diversity utopia where I live. There's every single person that you have ever possibly imagined living together pretty much side by side, kind of pretty much all the time, getting along great. My son goes to a primary school. Here's a good example. He goes to a primary school where they do a thing where I think they do this across Britain actually, where they once a year they have this like week of culture where they all learn about each other's cultures, and on the last day they're encouraged to come in dressed as whatever they feel represents their culture. Lovely, but if you saw my son's playground on that day, you'd be like, who wrote this naively woke Argos advert bullshit? It looks like it's staged because it's everything you've ever dreamed of. Do you know what I mean? There's saris, kimonos, Ankara fabrics, Romanian football shirts. There was a fucking Dutch milkmaid. More than two of them dressed as cats. So you can imagine living in an area like that. I was quite surprised back when we had the elections for a new mayor, when one of our candidates, even in an area like that, a lady called Maureen, was really openly homophobic in her manifesto. What was really annoying, though, was that the rest of her policies were great. Really great. She was going to end knife crime. Well, do you not mind it? She was going to deliver affordable housing. Yes, please, Maureen. I'd love that. I would love that. I didn't even know mayors could do that. No, I genuinely, this is the one, this is the policy that was really going to give me... I was going to vote for her. She genuinely was going to promise, finally, to tackle fly tipping. Maureen, where have you been all my life? Honestly, people don't understand what it's like if you live in London. I've toured the show all over the country and people do not get it. They do not understand. To me, that's proof that Maureen is a proper Londoner through and through. You lot here probably still don't even get it. You think in London the streets are paved with gold. No, actually, mainly bedding. And if you're lucky, the odd Billy bookcase. She nearly had my vote, but she had a 6-point plan, and point number 3, genuinely right next to tackle fly tipping, was that she wanted to simply state the truth that a natural marriage is only ever between a man and a woman, and that is the only safe environment in which to ever bring up a child. So that was printed onto, that was such a funny set of reactions. Just like a load of boos and hisses and then someone going, oh. Okay. So you could go looking for Maureen's manifesto, but it was also printed onto a colourful pamphlet that was dropped through every door in the whole of the borough. So those words landed on my doorstep in my house where, as I said, my son can read. And I had a visceral reaction to this, a big emotional reaction to this. I was like, surely I shouldn't have to have this shit in my face. I shouldn't have to have that shit through my door and actually in my face. Can you put anything in a manifesto then, can you? You're allowed to say things like unnatural and not allowed your own kids. Are there any rules? I wonder what the rules... Surely someone should know what the rules are. You shouldn't have to have that shit surely in my face. I reassured my young son by going, you're safe here! And then, you know, I just had a normal reaction, you know. I took to the streets, by which I mean Twitter. But then the real streets had big conversations back and forth with the council trying to work out what you are and aren't allowed to put in a manifesto. There are some rules, but it turns out they're all secret, actually. And then I had great big long meetings with the police at their request, who were amazing about it. Back and forth, all about it. A big long Guardian newspaper article about it. You know, just normal reactions. Weeks into this activism, I noticed that a lot of people in my life, including in my queer community, including my own partner, weren't anywhere near as sort of fired up about this as me. You know, and I said to her, you don't seem as passionate about this situation as me, if you don't mind me saying. She was like, no, fair enough. I mean, the thing is, a lot of people do have those opinions. And I was like, well, yeah, it's almost like you're a lot more used. And I think I realised what had happened is that I'd had what had been, up until that point, a life of almost 100% privilege. And Mummy'd had Mummy's first homophobia and Mummy'd gone big!